able to even. What's up, y'all? What's up? How everybody doing? We want to welcome everybody to our third show. Number one host times the Million Company. What's up, Don?
Hey, Kev. Hey, y'all.
How y'all doing tonight? DJ Books, what's going on?
What up? What up?
How you doing tonight, bro?
We here, King.
We here.
Hey,
What's up,
DJ
Dom?
Books,
What up, Dom?
What's up? Shout out DJ Books.
Woo. Look, you dropping stuff.
Right.
You nervous?
We
No,
got
I'm not.
we got a good show for y'all tonight. We got two special guests in the building. We're gonna talk about some very important things. We're gonna have some fun tonight, man. So make sure y'all, if y'all on this live right now, make sure y'all share this, tell a friend to tell a friend, share the live, comment, ask us questions. But we about to get right into our interview with our first guest. We got very special person in the building. We got city activist. Everybody know him. He like the unofficial mayor of Trenton. He's special aide to the mayor. He's been that with several mayors. We got Mr. Andrew Bobbitt in the building. What's up, Andrew? How you doing, man?
What's up, bro? Thanks, man.
What's going on, Andrew? Talk to us. Like,
How are you?
I'm doing all right. Thanks for having me
I
here,
see
both
you
of
over
y'all.
there in your suit. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I do.
I know that's
That's
right.
what I do.
so what's going on? First, I want to ask you, like, you've been involved in politics for a long time. Ever since I was a kid, I remember. From Wilbur section, same neighborhood as myself. You came up with my parents.
You
How
had
did
to
you-
throw that in there.
Sure did.
Right. How did you get started into the political field? Like,
Well, I'm gonna be honest, and I like to tell people the truth. I was in the streets, man,
Right.
on Walnut, hanging out on Oakland and Hoffman, trying to make some money on the side. I couldn't get a job, but a lot of my friends started getting locked up, and I was like, this ain't the life. And plus, when you have kids, you was like, this ain't the life for you.
Right.
So one day I just walked down the street trying to get a job at City Hall, couldn't get a job, and I looked on there and seen a sign, and it was like Doug Palmer running for mayor, black man. And I never seen that before in the city of Trenton, a black man running for mayor. So what I did, I went and volunteered. So that volunteerism that I did for him, 8 months without getting paid, getting laughed at, and I just stuck with it. So that was in 1989. 1990, he became the first black mayor.
Wow.
And that's how I got involved in politics, just doing stuff in the community. And now it's 2020.
that's right.
You know, so that's how I basically got started. And I always tell people, volunteering and putting yourself out there for the community, and something positive will happen.
Right, that's good. Like I said, I could, as long as I could remember, I was born in the late '80s. So as far as I could remember, you always been like one of the staples in the political field in Trenton. Like I said, everybody knows who Andrew Bobbitt is. How do you, like you said, you got started with Doug Palmer. Then after Doug Palmer, we had I believe Tony Mack, and then we went on to Eric Jackson, and now we had Reed Gasoria.
Yeah.
It's a lot of interesting things going on down in City Hall, with the mayor, with City Council. Like, tell us, if you can, give us What's the state of Trenton politics and City Hall right now? Like, please tell us.
Well, I worked on every campaign from Doug Palmer, Tony Mack. A lot of people don't know I'm like a campaign manager and field operator.
Right.
So people will call me in. It is just not like the mayors of the city, council members. I have worked for presidents, Senator Booker, Congresswoman Bonnie Watson, Senator Shirley Turner. So if you see people at the Mercer County Freeholders, statewide, that's what I do. I go out of town. But this situation right here, I don't like to call out names, and I'm not going to do that. But our council and mayor, all of us have to work together.
Right.
One thing that I always tell people, and I have a meeting with them before I start working with them, I always tell them this. If I get you in office, make sure it's not about you. It got to be about the people of the city.
That's right.
I work for the people. And when politicians get in, and I have seen them, they forget where they came from. Then they forget that you are there to take care of the people of the city of Trenton and not yourself. So a lot of things that I can talk about that with council and the mayor, but the point is, if we start working together, we can move this city forward. And I got a lot of confidence in this mayor, no matter because he's white and he's gay, but he's a good man, because I've been around him for 20 years.
Right.
And I know the work he do. And people just got to get on board. And one thing I found out about Trenton, it's like we like to stay in the Stone Age. Nobody want to move up. Everything changes. Just like we used to have a lot of factories here, we in the computer age now.
Yeah.
We have to bring Trenton to that part of the next stage for the next generation. Our younger generation into computers. They ain't in about things that happened in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. So you got to take City Hall to that level too. We got a City Hall, don't even have an ATM machine. Sometimes you can't even use your credit card. We have to change. So council and the mayor, council and everybody got to get on board with this. And that's probably some of the problems, bro.
What is it going to take for council and the mayor to get on the board? Because it's like, I feel like every civilized adult should know that and wouldn't have any opposition to the thought of that. But for whatever reason, it's not happening. Like, you know what I mean? I see some of the simplest arguments that be front page in the newspaper down at City Hall, and it's just like, ain't we supposed to be working together? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand it, because I would think that if I'm in council or if I'm the mayor, like, I'm going to work with this person because we all representing the city. We all elected officials. You know what I mean? So it's just very confusing. It's brain wrecking, like, you know what I mean? But I was going to ask you your relationship with the mayor. You went into detail a little bit, and you said that you've known him for a long time, over 2 decades. He was a assemblyman.
New Jersey assemblyman he was an assemblyman with also now in the United States Congresswoman Bonnie Watson Coleman.
Right.
So I worked on their campaigns too, way back in the 90s. And one thing about him, he was for the people. When we had Governor Christie here, and he wasn't for our people, our color, our kind. He fought that. And just like when we needed Trenton High, I remember when Doug Palmer gave the money for Trenton High back in 2008. That money sat there for almost, I'd say about, 8-10 years? $250 million. Mayor Reed, when he was assemblyman, it was 3 people that showed up and went to the state and fought, put the Trenton High School on national news to let them know how messed up it was. And that was Mayor Reed now, Bonnie Watson Coleman, Senator Shirley Turner, and I got to give credit to former Councilman Zachary Chester. And they pushed for it. And next thing you know, the school was built. So a lot of things like that he don't get credit for. But when people say where he come from, this man been in the city, the county, and the state for 20 years. A lot of times you don't have to see people do something. And a lot of people work from behind the scenes. But mostly the people behind the scenes is the ones that get the work done.
I got a comment on that. I agree with what you're saying to a certain extent, but people do need to be seen, because people need to be. If you're running for something and you want people to vote for you, people should see you. People should know about you. They should know what you're doing. Also, I want to act. This is a question coming from myself. I do know, since a young guy, I got into politics as a teenager. Walker Worthy got me into politics.
I was thinking, and I didn't mean to cut you off, but I'm like, Kev, you politician material right now. The way I hear it, like you politician
like
material. You hear him? He ready.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, King.
Shout out to Walker Worthy. That was my childhood mentor. He got me
Yeah,
into,
I was running his campaign too.
Right, you were. He got me into politics as a young guy, so I was familiar with Riga Soria when he was assemblyman as well. What I wanted to ask was, I have a personal problem with prosecutors. Mayor Riga Soria was a prosecutor. Now, this is my personal belief. I'm not pushing my beliefs on Dom or anything. This is just coming from me, Kevin Hines. I don't respect prosecutors. I'm going to tell you why. First of all, I don't know if you know, in this country, over 90% of prosecutors are white. Why is that important? I'm not about to sit here and believe that only 10% of black people is trying to be prosecutors. It's like that's set up intentionally, like to be like that, right? That's one of the problems with the system. Secondly, prosecutors are corrupt. The system is corrupt. The judicial system is corrupt.
I can't say everybody.
Okay.
You have some, like you got bad cops, but
Right,
you can't
but
say
this is my
everybody.
thing about that. Every single prosecutor, just like every single cop, is not bad. But this is the thing, though, right? You go to work every day, right? And prosecutors will see a person is innocent and really didn't do what they was alleged to have did, right? You never see a prosecutor recommend to dismiss the case. Not the prosecutor. The prosecutor would still try to get that innocent person to cop out to a lesser charge, knowing that they're innocent. Right? So if I'm Riga Soria or any other person, right? This may not be my case that I have, but I know my colleague is working on this case, and I know that this man is innocent, and I just don't say anything. I go home every night and look at my kids and act like, oh, it wasn't my case. You're just a part of the problem as the person that doing it was. And it's the same thing with police. Every cop is not crooked, but if you know your partner planting drugs on somebody or got a lied on an affidavit, and you just go to work and come home every day and you don't say anything about it, you just as part of the problem as everybody else. That's why I say all politics is corrupt. I mean, the judicial system is corrupt, and prosecutors is because they know this stuff is going on. I've been caught up in the judicial system. I had a case that was clearly a waste of my time and a waste of their time, and they knew that. They didn't want to drop it. They made me go through the process, and it ended up getting dropped. But this is the stuff that I see every day, and it needs to be said. So when he ran for mayor, a lot of people, that was one of the things, speaking from some people in the city, had a problem with, because it's like that prosecutor thing is real bad. Now, he may personally, I don't know his track record as a prosecutor. He may probably never did anything wrong, but we know that when you take that job, when you get into that field, you're like, it's like the blue code with the police officers. They know you know what I mean? They're not going to say nothing, you know what I mean? But that was one of the problems that I know that a lot of people had. Since he's been in office so far, I don't know. Dom, how you feel about the mayor? What do you think? Like, you feel like...
You got time to get her in politics.
What do you feel about the mayor? Do you feel like, do you know of him? Have you heard about him?
I don't know of him, but I've heard about him, and I feel like he could be doing a lot more. I heard he's a nice person, but that only gets you but so far, being a nice person.
But when I
it's
tell,
not gonna clean
when
up the
people be
city.
like, what do the mayor do?
I can't really say that I have anything specific that I can say that he's done.
Well, I could tell you.
Can someone tell me?
I could
Because
tell you this.
Go ahead.
Mayor Reed came in. You got to look, like I said, behind the scenes.
Right.
It's a program called CDBG money. It's for nonprofit organizations. Since Doug Palmer left, the CDBG money in the city was stopped. Nobody fought for it, and we had Mayor Mack, we had Mayor Jackson. Mayor Reed came in 1 year, had to go to DC, that's where you get your CDB money from. And it's not for nonprofit organizations that you get this money and give it out to the people in the community. Now, when they used to give out CDBG money, they'd give it to these big companies, the YMCA, Boys Club, all of these big organizations. But Mayor Reed got the money back
Okay.
in 1 year when it's been gone since 2008 for the city of Trenton. Now he's using that money for nonprofit organizations. He's using it to rehab some of these homes in the city. The mayor has money that he got $11 million, and that was given to Mayor Christie, gave it to the city of Trenton. Mayor Jackson was in office. That money wasn't used for almost 3 years. So he came in. He's trying to rehab some of the homes. He's trying to knock some of these homes down.
Right.
He's bringing in, let's take Andre Williams. Let's take Phil Holly. All of these young black entrepreneurs never got an opportunity to get that money.
Right.
So like I said, some stuff you're gonna see tomorrow and some stuff you're gonna see down the line.
Right.
But the mayor, I know one thing, I know how much he loved his city.
Right.
And he's doing what he can. Now a lot of stuff that
That I did hear.
Yeah.
I heard he does love this city.
Oh, he
and
loves
I
this city.
I just, I just want him to be a little more.
No, but you got to
aggressive.
understand, the first question he asked me is when you put stuff on the table and say it need to be voted on, guess who got to vote on it? Council.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And guess what happens? It won't get voted on. Hold up, you know the Old Cook School? That's on our Wilbur section.
Our Wilbur section, yeah.
All right? The mayor was going to set that up to make apartments. It was going to be homes. That thing been sitting there for how many
Sitting there
years?
forever.
25 years?
Yeah.
So he was going to rehab that. Calhoun Street, it was a company, a tech company. They was going to have 400 jobs right here in the city. I believe majority of them would have been to the residents of Trenton. Went to a council meeting, they gone.
So maybe people will probably have more faith in him if they, or not just him, just a lot of the city officials. What are you guys, all of you as a collective, want to do about like the violence? Because it seems like that's the thing that is like kind of pushed under the rug. And then the police officers, I would like to see that our city set the standard. Like I would like to see that we're set aside and we could probably make headlines for the police actually, helping us instead of,
I always say this.
trying to harm. And also the city officials, every last one, anyone in a place of power, even if you have money to give back to the children or whatever. It's a lot of, because I say that because it's a lot of young guys that don't have the voice that maybe you or the mayor and other people do have, that they do want to, help. They give, they do book bag drives, they feed the homeless, not just on Thanksgiving, but I see them giving every day. They're feeding the people in their community. If they're hungry, they need money. Yeah. They're giving it to them right out their pocket. So why is it so hard for city officials to come out and do the same thing and advocate for?
I could say this.
Especially the violence, because it's out of hand.
The majority of the city officials from state level all the way to county, the city, they do that. Now, I'm gonna tell you something.
I'm out.
Hold up.
I don't see it.
The mayor have been on Oakley and Hoffman 4 times. He done walked through the alleyways of Walnut and Mama Street. He has been on Lamberton Street. You know what he was going out there to do? We just left Saturday.
Well, I wasn't saying him touring and
visiting. No, it's not touring.
I was saying doing something.
I'm telling you what he's doing.
Okay.
He gives out there. I've been doing book bags for years. Like 30 years.
Right.
I'm feeding the homeless. I'm feeding the veterans. We do that. But the point is, the mayor's looking for jobs for these young men that's coming out of jail. He toured the city just last.
Jobs,
he just toured the city last Saturday.
That's a good subject
passed out applications. The mayor went personally one morning, 9:30. Andrew, let's go on Oakland and Hoffman. Give guys applications. I love my brothers. Some of my nephews, these are my nephews. Some of my nephews, blood. I don't want a job, man. But you want to hang on the corner. But so what the mayor did is he got a re-entry. Hold on, let me finish. He got a re-entry program right now kicking off tomorrow. We got 6 guys ready to go in and start work. They started last week. When we did the tour through the city last Saturday, and we made the announcement, on Monday of this week, I have 35 applications. I had a young man come to me that was on Stuyvesant. He said, Mr. Bobbitt, you know what, man? I've been on these streets too long. He got shot 8 times. And I said, I knew you. He was shot 8 times on Stuyvesant. But guess what? He just applied for a position today. Now, you know how many times people have stopped you from getting a job if you go to a regular place? If you got a bad record, you're done.
Yeah.
If you have a record of selling drugs, they wouldn't let you get a job for 17 years. If you was on probation, you couldn't get a job. If you had a gun charge, you would never get a job. Guess what? The mayor just hired somebody last week with a gun charge. Now, when you come to City Hall,
Okay, that's great.
we
That's
have,
awesome.
it's called reentry.
That's awesome.
So when you come to City Hall now, you could get in that program, and you got Tracy Heading, you got Tracy Heading, Tracy Sofex, Stacey Heading,
Yeah, Stacey Heading, Tracy Sofex.
Sofex. All of them are working with us. See, I tell people, don't let the suit fool you, because you might catch me walking up Walnut Avenue to Chambers Street,
Well,
going to the liquor store, buying me some
jump in here
211.
real quick. Let me jump in real quick because I just wanted to, when you said that you might walk up on one of the guys and ask them, do you want a job? And they say, well, no, I don't want to work. Is that when you walk away and give up, or is your next question, what do you want to do then, sir?
Yes.
What is it that you want to do? Because we can, it's a lot of, you mentioned Tracy Sofex, he's a businessman, right?
But you got to understand, he was
There's,
in jail for a long time, and he
so
got
he
his
would
stuff
be a
together.
perfect
Yeah.
candidate to start a business program for young men in the town.
He's with us.
That,
And he has
I
one.
think that'd be a great idea instead of, just trying to, just saying, well, we're going to give these applications and you have to take them. Some people, that's not their path. And then you have to talk to them, ask them, what do you want to do? What inspires you? What is your hobbies? And after that, I mean, it's pretty much nothing else you can do if they don't have any
Of course.
dreams or goals. But there's a lot that do.
But see, you got to understand something
And-
about me. Hold on for a minute. With me, you got to understand from who I am. Don't look at me as politics. When Weed and Seed started, I hear people always saying, oh, we need Weed and Seed back.
I was going to get into that, yeah.
Let me tell you about Weed and Seed. I was the first supervisor of Weed and Seed.
Absolutely.
I was
Facts.
the first one. I had 250 kids with an assistant up in junior 2. And Weed and Seed was a program to get rid of the weeds, all the big drug dealers, and the seed was our kids. That was a federal government program, right? Books right there. He was one of my workers. I had a lot of kids. Corey, Corey gonna kill me. Corey is the Trenton police officer. So we built these kids to do better in the community. I didn't treat them when they was 14, 15, like they had a summer job. I taught them like they was working at a real job, just what people gonna do to you, what they're gonna say to you, what they are looking for you to do. But Weed and Seed was a government program that lasted for almost 15, 20 years. Now, that's not coming back because each generation changed.
Right.
I just told somebody.
Why, though? Why can't it come back?
Because that's federal money.
So it's no way possible that we can get any of these gems or anything. Like one of my closest friends, shout out to Marvin Hodge. I don't know if you're watching right now, but he's a coach of he's a former Trenton High alumni, played basketball, varsity, whatever, but he coaches the kids now. He got an AAU team. He can't get in no gym. He has to take the kids in his personal car to other neighborhoods, other cities for them to go practice. But he said he's been trying through the city numerous times, through numerous different people that he knows to see if he can get a gym to work the kids out, and he was unsuccessful every time. What is the hold up with that?
Who got the most gyms in this city?
I don't know.
The schools.
Right.
We have one. We got Westwood Center and maybe one at Sam Neighbors. That's a small one.
Yeah, the gym that's not attached to a school.
This is what Weed and Seed did. Weed and Seed start paying the schools to open up. Our schools need to open up after the kids go home. We have what, 4 or 5 schools sometimes in one neighborhood. See, the city can't do it all. You got to get the board involved. You have to get the churches. The churches, when we didn't see gave the churches money, down you got somewhere for the kids to go. But look at the generation now. I remember when I was growing up, we played games. You know, it was like called Eat the Dirt.
They don't have that.
Hold on. No, listen.
They don't have any of that.
Listen at my generation. My generation.
It's different. Everything's
We had
Right.
we had Eat the Dirt. We had little dumb things we used to do.
But what
is
what
that
y'all
going
had?
to
What
do
y'all
about what
but we-
y'all had?
hold on, can
it's
I-
not what we have
Hold on,
now.
I'm curious to get to the
So
point,
what-
and you let me finish. I'm going to get to the point. So we made up games, how to go get it, play football in the street, all that dumb stuff.
Right. Yes.
So when my daughters and them came in 83 and up, she 36 now, you know what they had? They had weed and seed. Okay, weed and seed is gone. So then we had a program called Take It to the Street.
So now, what do we have now?
Know what you have now?
Yes.
You have a bunch of kids, and I got 6 grandkids, 18 on down.
On their
And
phones.
guess what they want to do? I done sat with kids from going to college, kids.
Okay, start an ad.
I'm going to tell you.
Start an ad.
And then the same thing we was talking about. I talked to these kids, 15 kids. You know what they said? We don't want to do nothing. We want to be on the phone. So I
Yes.
was thinking about taking
Yes.
a community center, putting 50-inch TVs up, and have some games that we could do from Westward
A little
Center
arcade.
or
They'll-
something
they'll
like
have
that.
fun
You
in
know
the
understand?
arcade.
These-
Yep.
our
PlayStation.
generations have changed. He
Yes.
grew up with weed and seed.
Right.
Everybody
You
did.
know why?
Right.
Because once they say we want to be on our phones, y'all leave them alone. Don't leave
No,
them
no, no,
alone.
no, no, no.
Figure them out.
No,
Do
hold
you
up.
want to color? Take
Hold
the
up.
phone.
Them are my grandkids. That's what their
disagree,
parents
Books?
do.
You
I would
disagree,
never
Books?
let that happen.
Yeah, I do.
Elaborate.
Hold on real quick though, Books.
Go ahead.
I,
So listening what Andrew said, right? Nobody is still
and what does
answering.
that have to do with the violence?
Nobody's still answering
I
the
still
question.
Didn't get that question answered.
We understand what used to have. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Are you telling me that because some of those programs were funded by the federal government, right? It's no way that we can bring anything that back. That's what the
what it
question.
said,
That's the
yeah.
answer
The
that we're
question
looking
is,
for.
and I'm gonna
Right.
be honest,
That's what-
no.
Why?
Because the federal government is not. And let me
They're
tell
not
you,
allocating the
let
money
me tell
for
you,
it.
federal government ain't allocating money for. Listen, this is what they don't want to spend money in: recreation for kids, health departments. They don't like giving that money up. And these are the things that our community, as a black community and Latino community, needs. And that is from the top to the bottom. When you want to talk about what else do we need? We need more money for our schools.
Yes, we do.
And guess what? They not giving us that money. They cut money from 3 things that we need: health department, recreation, and schooling. And then that, how you going to generate it? You can't generate it. You can't generate money from a health department. You might get it from the water department because you're paying bills. You might get it from the tax department. But most of the money we get for recreation is thrown out.
Right.
You know? So only thing we still have is community centers. You could get them to play baseball. Kids don't want to play baseball. Why do you think we don't have summer leagues? The parents don't want to bring the kids out for summer leagues. Greg Grant and I sat and talked. Greg said he can't even run no more leagues because nobody is coming out. So when parents, and then this is the thing that bothers me. You have a lot of shows, right? Been to a couple of them. I could give out, I done gave books to tell you, I done gave out 200,000 to 300,000 tickets for kids to go to the arena, right? They live around the corner. Now, where do the parents come in at? Guess what happens? They could get dressed to go to your event and they ain't got no car and they'll drive all the way out there. But you can't take your child up to a community, to the Civic Center or whatever they call it, the arena,
Yeah.
for to go look at Disney on Ice, go to the Harlem Globetrotters. They won't do it. So now we gotta babysit the parents and the kids.
That's true. Also, I want to ask you that we keep it real on the show.
I keep it real.
Yeah, we keep it real. We keep it real on the show. So I want to ask you this: how much of an influence, if any, or any input, or how easy is it if you personally wanted to get someone a job in City Hall? Let's say you know somebody real well that's one of your homeboys, and he wanted a job with the city. How much of an influence do you have on getting that person a job? Like, do you have you say so in that? Like, how does that work?
Well, with the re-entry programs, I'm dealing with everybody that have a record. That mayor gave me that power. So when you come, you're gonna see me. and I'm gonna go over your record. But we just not doing, okay, here go a job for you,
Right.
because you never had a job. We're gonna give you training. We want to find a way to get rid of your record. We're gonna have people that you could talk to get more skills. Because average person, if you come to me, the skills you have, some is on the back of a garbage truck. You don't want to do that all your life. Because you know what? The first job Doug gave me, I was working in recycling in the cold, separating plastic bottles and cups and stuff. So I worked my way up.
Also, but hold on real quick. All right, so that's one thing, right? I asked you that to set up for this question. You know me very well.
Yes, sir.
You my big bro.
Yeah.
You could not get me a job at City Hall. You have told
Hold
me.
up, when was that?
Hold on.
Hold
You
on,
have-
what
hold
year
on,
was that?
Hold on.
Okay.
We keep it real on the show.
keep it real.
We
We
keep
gotta
it
go
real
to
on
the
the
budget.
show. You have told me several times over the past 5 or 6 years, at different times, that I have asked for the job. Now, it's no
5 or 6
everybody that's
years.
watching this live, y'all. Everybody know that Kevin Hines know damn near all the politicians in the city and other cities or whatever the case may be. I've never been able to get a job with the city, and I've tried several times. I've called Andrew up personally. Andrew has told me to come down, sign his name on the application. I did all that, and never got a call back for a job. What's up with that?
Well, see, like I said, I said right now, this mayor, listen to my words, this mayor has gave me the authority to make sure anybody get a
That
job.
makes a
Now
difference.
when you wanted a job before, I don't run the administration. They go by, and Trenton get about a week, $10,000.
So what was
what
the
he's
point?
saying
What was the
is-
point of telling me to come down
No,
and put your
because-
name on
He's
the app?
saying
Then?
he already
I
thought that you had that authority already.
Yeah.
Because
But-
he told it to me.
'Cause-
Yeah, no, I didn't say I had the authority. I said use my name.
Okay.
So my
Well,
name
that mean
must
authority.
my authority didn't work for you.
Listen,
ain't work, huh?
hold on. Let me chime in. Let me say something. When it comes to budgets and stuff like that, when it comes to city council and things of that nature, there's a lot of factors that comes into it as far as like weed and seed. Money have to be allocated. People have to say, okay, the assemblymen and things of that nature, they have to say, okay, we're gonna
Hey,
try
Books,
to do this.
that's a bunch of bullshit.
No, oh,
No,
really?
it's
That's a bunch of
not.
bullshit.
Oh, really?
I'ma
So
tell
then
you,
hold
hold
up.
on. The
No.
reason why I
Let
say
me
that- hold
finish.
on.
Let me finish.
Go ahead, man.
Let me finish. If you understand how politics work,
I do.
and if you understand how laws
I
get
do.
put in, and if you understand how money, like I said, money gets allocated as far as budgets and a comptroller and people who run things like that in the city, it's not as easy as
All right,
as you
I know
think.
that
So,
it's not easy, but look, basically-
wait,
Go ahead.
wait, but I understand where you're coming from. But at the same time, it's a lot of factors that's involved to get things to
Right.
happen in the city.
And I never disputed that it's not a lot of factors. I know you gotta one hand gotta wash the other, and you gotta get stuff passed. People gotta vote on stuff. I
Yeah.
understand all that, but basically, with the summary from what the comments and what's going, basically from what Andrew just explained, and he just explained this. This is not like his decision. He just explained what's going on. So this is not. If y'all watching this, like, don't beat up Andrew because it's
Oh,
not.
I'd have been beat up plenty of
It's
times.
not
Man.
his.
I'm from Riverside.
It's not his fault. But we basically what we're saying is because the federal government doesn't want to give us no money.
Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah.
these kids. That's basically what we saying.
That's
Well,
what they
That's
say.
what it
I
sounds
mean,
like. Who
Listen,
said that?
Hold up, listen.
Who said that?
No, he just said it. But the
No,
point
you
is,
said that's what they said.
No,
I heard that. Who said that?
No, you must be in some of that water. You
No.
You
Did
ain't
he,
hear me
did
say
he
that.
just say
Listen,
that's
I
what
can't
they
go
say,
back.
right?
I don't
Listen,
think
federal
so.
government, the money is sent down to the state. The state got to take that money and split it up with every municipality.
districts and stuff, right.
Every
Point like
municipality
an eye.
from Cape May all the way up to top of New York. Municipality is the county. So when it gets to us, that money got to be split up through there too. And I keep on telling you, the federal government, they don't give money. And whatever they give money for, it got to be used for that. Or if not, other mayors will end up like our other mayor, which was my boy, and he went to jail. So if they give you money for health and human service, or they give you money for something, that's where that money better go. If that money don't go there, you going to jail.
Right.
Okay.
That's facts. We're gonna move along. I just wanted to I wanted to speak to you about a situation that happened a couple weeks ago. You, the mayor, I seen it on my Facebook. Y'all went around with the bullhorns all throughout the city. Y'all were speaking to the youth.
No, we wasn't speaking to you. We were speaking to
Speaking of, I'm sorry,
everybody.
y'all speaking to
Yeah.
everybody. Right.
What was
So-
the message?
So one of you young guys on Facebook, he made a post. He tags you in it. That's what made me
Okay,
aware of the
okay.
whole situation. He said that he wanted to speak, and that you didn't let him, and that you gave him your business card, and you know, this is all just coming from him. This
Yeah,
is
I know,
This
yeah.
is his version of events or whatever. I'm gonna give you an opportunity to explain your side of the story on that situation.
So one thing, we was there with a mother. She and Psycho King put this event together and asked the mayor for us to come in. Plus, we had applications. We want to get that. Now, when we get on Oakland and Hoffman, I know him. I had talked to Dante. I don't want to call it, but I have talked to him several times. They want Oakland Street Park open.
What's wrong with that?
Okay, Oakland and Hoffman. But at the same time, he never wanted to talk on the mic. Plus, if you're there every day, why you need our mic?
Isn't a
You
park
can talk
for the
every day.
kids?
So, but at the same time, if he would have asked for the mic, I wouldn't have said no or we.
So he never asked for the mic.
He asked for the park. Andrew, why we can't get the park open? I'm not gonna lie on this young man. I'm trying to help the young man.
Right.
But, you know, and then I found out he basically family. So I would never, if anybody know me, if you don't know me, I never turn a man down, young, old, or whatever. That's who I am. I will work with you. But this was a moment that a lady lost her son. If you look at the
Right.
Have you seen her talking?
Yes.
Going off, crying.
Yeah.
Did you see? You should have seen those people on Oakland and Hoffman, and the mothers were standing out there crying because her son was killed.
Yeah, I'm aware
So
of
that
that
wasn't
situation.
basically going around talking about getting rid of people off the street. This was about people need to stop killing individuals.
Right, I agree.
And then when I say Black Lives Matter, no.
And probably to that young man,
Trenton-
the park was relevant to
Yeah.
that situation.
Yeah, and
It
but
might-
I never-
I mean, and I understand why it probably was relevant to him because we just had a whole conversation about why we don't have anything for the children. That young man may have children or brothers or anything. He might, you know, it's the kids can't go play anywhere.
Now let me ask you a question. I got my daughter, nieces,
might
and
have
all
been
of them
relevant
live in
to him.
Oakland. They live there. My cousin, my niece ran by, hey, Uncle Andrew. They ain't letting their kids come on Oakland and Hoffman. You got one side, you got all these
You gotta
people.
leave that up to them because at the end of the day, they're
Okay, let me
tired
ask you a
too,
question,
and
not
they
to be
might be.
funny.
And it's time
Would
for
you-
us to police our own neighborhoods. At the end
Well,
of the day,
you done said something
so
that I
maybe
like to
that
hear.
was a start. You know, how do you know that they didn't?
And then my
rally
card,
up
when I gave
and
him
talk
my
about
card,
that
you know what the
before?
card was for? Come to my office and
Right.
let's sit down and talk.
Well, you heard what he said. Go talk to him about the park. What's his name? Dante.
Yeah.
Dante, please go. He's
come
inviting
down.
you. Come down.
That's what the card was for. What was the card
he
for?
gave you the card.
But I don't listen.
talk to him about
I done
the
heard.
part.
I done heard young man. They upset, but talk about it. We
Yeah.
can't get
Their
nothing
voice
done.
has
That's
to
true.
be heard.
And I
because
sent.
it's-
You could come to my
they're the ones
office
who are in
and I
danger.
asked them bring your friends. Let's sit down and talk. That's all it's about.
I love it. I love the I
yeah.
love the conversation. I love the openness for the city because this is all about Trent City.
Yes.
You know.
There's a lot of passion in this.
You know,
Yeah,
and, but
because
it's all, you know what? But
came
it's
from
because
the
it's
same-
love for the people
Yes.
because we are here
And-
for our people. And you know,
the kids.
Andrew Bobbitt, the voice of the city. We want to thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. man.
Anybody you want to
Yes.
shout out?
No, I just want to say one thing.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
You can have the mayor, you can have senators, you
Right.
can have all those people. But I tell you one thing, this city will never strive unless the people, our people, come together and work as one.
Amen.
And if
I agree.
we got to stop fighting each other. If we sit down at a table, that's how things get done. Other people do it, and why we can't. So I'm about the people. Everybody know I love my city. I'm from North Carolina, but I love Trenton. So that's where I stand at.
Well, and thank you for coming on the number one
Thank
host,
you
the
for
Million
coming.
Company, right here. What's
Thank
up?
you.
What's up, Kev?
We appreciate you, Andrew, man, for coming on the
Yes.
show.
Wait.
You know you can come back
Let's
anytime.
give him up. Let's
Any-
give it up for Andrew
Yes,
Bobbitt,
give it
the
up.
voice
Thank
of the city.
I'll be back.
You'll be back. You can come back anytime.
Hopefully
man.
with some centers and something, I don't know.
With some
for
who?
the kids, centers.
Oh, some sinners?
Yeah,
Oh, you
some
gonna bring
for
the sinners in
kids.
the
no,
show,
no
in the
centers.
studio.
No centers. Centers.
Dom,
Hopefully
all
we
right.
Come back with something.
Okay.
We got our next guest coming on. Once again, we want to thank you.
We got
Yes.
Precious,
Coming through.
Precious,
Precious is coming
in the
through.
building. For those of y'all don't know, the young lady who shared her story that went viral about getting pulled out of the car by the state police. She's here. She's in the building. We about to interview her next. Dom, that was
I'm
That
the
was-
one that called them.
What?
that was interesting. With,
Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
with Andrew, that was very interesting.
Very interesting.
Ayo Dre, Ayo Dre.
Back again. Mic check 1 2 back again. We
1
live.
2.
We live right now. What up, kid? What up? What up? What up?
What's up? What's going on?
Everybody thought I said sinner.
All right, y'all, we back, y'all. We got once again, shout out to Andrew Bobbitt
Yes,
for coming on the
that
show.
was a good
We appreciate
convo.
him. We grilled him a little
Very
bit.
enlightening.
Y'all did. I gotta
Very
give it up to y'all.
enlightening.
You know. And then what you gotta understand when we talk about things like that, we could always agree to disagree, but the
Yes.
dialogue is what we really
Yes.
need to talk about.
Yes.
Bring it out there. We talk about it. Even if you agree to disagree, like I said, we still talk about the dialogue. And then we got a lot of people who tuning in who say what they gotta say, and they agree, they disagree, and boom. Big shout out to everybody who
I'm not
tuning in right
working.
now. Who we got? Who we got, Kev? What's up? What's
We
up?
about
What's
to
up,
fight.
Dom?
We gonna fight.
We got
What's up? Who gonna fight?
Me and you.
Me and you? I got gloves downstairs. I got what? You left hand and right hand. You a southpaw?
Both.
You you know what? You gonna switch your feet on me.
That's right.
What's up, Kev? Talk to me.
What's up? We this is on a more serious note. We got Precious in the building. For those of y'all who don't know, Precious had an incident. What was it? Last week? It was 2
About
weeks
2
ago.
weeks.
About 2 weeks ago. With the state police. She shared her story on Facebook. I'm gonna let her tell y'all. Shout out to Precious. How you doing, Precious?
I'm doing all right, hanging in there.
So
Yeah.
tell the people what happened 2 weeks ago.
All right, so for those of you who have not seen my post, I did post it on Facebook, Instagram, just trying to get the word out there. To try and make a long story short, I was driving on 29 and Layla Street is where I was going. I guess that's northbound. An unmarked car was parked on the other side of the road, just parked. By the time I got to the light, they busted a U-turn, drove over the median, swerved through a couple cars, came behind me.
Wow.
And so automatically I'm like, this is weird. What's going on? Drove off. I switched lanes. The car followed me. I come to the light by McDonald's. The cars are still there. Nothing's going on. But then when we pulled off, turned his lights on. I'm like, okay, so this is a cop. But I automatically felt like I don't feel safe. I don't feel comfortable because I know I didn't do anything. He was already coming crazy. So
Right.
I'm like, I felt very weird. So I called 911. The dispatcher says, he asked me questions. I'm like, I don't feel comfortable. A cop is trying to pull me over. Right now I'm on 29, going towards Route 1. I really don't feel comfortable or safe stopping. He's like, well, I don't see that any cops are in pursuit of you. I'm like, well, there is a cop behind me. I see the lights. He's like, well, he's asking me questions about the cop car. I'm like, it's unmarked. I don't know. I don't see a cop car. I mean, it's a cop, but I don't know who it is. So he's like, well, drive to the Trenton Police Station. That should be a safe place to park. All right, so I get off on Mulberry Street. I come to the light past the gas station. And now at this point, it happened so quickly. I look over to my left. The cop has the gun pointed at my window at the stoplight, like, get the fuck out of the car. Excuse my
Wow.
language. So
No,
okay.
you can curse.
It's
Go ahead.
okay.
No,
Going
no.
off.
Go ahead.
We
No,
real
that's
on
what
the
you
show.
said. So you
I
say
was
it.
like, what? So I'm still on the phone with the dispatcher. I'm like, oh my gosh, she has a gun. I don't know what to do. At this point, I just have my phone in one hand, my other hand up. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. What should I
Yes,
do?
yes.
He's like, the dispatcher is like, well, we confirmed it's a state trooper who's trying to pull you over. Just get out of the car. I said, I'm not moving. I don't know what to do. I don't want to die. So now I'm crying. I'm hysterical. I'm like, I'm about to die. He's like, you're not going to die. Get out of the car. I'm like, I'm not getting out of the car. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. The dispatcher's quiet as hell. He's no longer saying anything. So I'm like, I roll my window down slowly. I'm like, officer, what have I done? Why do you have your gun pointed at me? Again, get the fuck out of the car. Get out now. I'm like, slowly roll my window up. And I tell the dispatcher, like, yo, like, are you going to send someone? This is my location. My name is Precious Conway. Like, I don't know if you can, like, call Trenton PD, ambulance, somebody, get somebody down here. I'm going to die. And he's like, ma'am, you should just get out of the car. I'm like, you know what? You don't sound like you're going to help at this point, so I'm going to call my mom. I hang up. Before I get to call my mom, another officer is at my window, busts my window out. So there's glass splattering all over my face, all over the car. He opens my door. And they proceed to pull me out of the car. Now, again, I was at a stoplight, so I never put my car in park. Now my car is rolling into the intersection, and it drags me and the two police officers right along with it. Another police officer, at this point, there were about 5 police officers or 6 at the scene. Another police officer hopped in the car, put it in park. The 2 police officers who, like, dragged me out of the car, they picked me up, then they wrestled me back down to the ground. Now, I must say, I don't know if this was intentional or because of everything that was going on, but now I'm feeling kicks, I'm feeling hits. Like, they're like,
For a
tearing
young
me down.
black queen.
Wow.
Yeah.
For a young black queen.
And so I'm like, this is really happening. They get
And
the cuffs
these
on
are
me.
men. They're all bigger than you.
Yeah, they're all bigger than me.
Oh, my goodness.
So at this point, they take me to another car. I have the cuffs on me, pick me up, take me to another car. And this whole time, everybody that know me knows I love my little purse. The whole time this was going on, I had my little purse.
You had it the whole time?
I had my purse the
That
whole
sounds
time.
like you.
And now the officer is like trying to like take my purse from me, and I'm like, for what? Let it go. I'm like, this is still my personal property. You don't have any rights to search anything.
Right.
Just let it go. Stop resisting. At this time, I see a young lady recording, and so she's like, she's not even resisting. Why are you doing this to her? She's going off.
Right.
And I let the purse go. They're searching through my purse, and I'm like, but why are you searching? What are you trying to do? Oh, we're just trying to look for your ID. I could have gotten my own ID. I'm sitting in the car at this point, and the officer, he's like, well, you know, I was just trying to pull you over for a seatbelt, right?
That's what he said.
Wow.
That's what he said.
Just for a
For a
seatbelt.
seatbelt.
How
All of
many?
that
How
for
many?
a seatbelt.
How many officers was out there?
5 or 6.
5.
No.
For a young black queen.
For a seatbelt.
Word.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they
I'm
took
sorry
you into
went
custody
through
They
that.
took me
I
into
really
custody.
to not. This was the state police.
This was the
correct?
state police,
state.
so I went to Hamilton Station. There was no women police officers there at all. So once I got into custody, I had on just a white cami. I don't know if anyone's seen the video.
So you
but
was searched for what by
I
a
was
male?
searched by a
By
male.
a male.
You were not.
I was searched by a male officer. Patted down. I ain't have on no bra because I was, running out.
God.
Yeah.
And he's all touching. I'm just like, okay. So I'm like, this is something else that I am going to put
Wow.
in my claim. Like, as I said, I felt like the guy was on the other side of the road. You can't see if I have my seatbelt on or not. All you saw was my black face, this beautiful black face. And so
Yep.
you're like,
Absolutely.
okay,
That's
it's
true.
the beginning of the month. I have to get my quota. So
Yeah.
that's the one.
Yeah.
I feel
And then
like-
in the area you were, so it's like they were like on the borderline of Hamilton and Trenton. Like, yeah.
Right.
So did you didn't have to spend a night or nothing?
Yeah,
how
how'd
did
that
that
go?
go?
Well, I spent 2 nights in the county with
What?
the
You
You
orange
spent 2
jumpsuit.
nights in
Are
the
you-
county?
workhouse.
Really?
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
2 nights at the workhouse for a seatbelt.
Oh, because now with the new bail law in Jersey, if you get locked up, it ain't like you can pay any. You got to go in front of a
Right,
judge,
you have to go
right?
in front of a judge.
So okay, yeah. So you.
Oh, so you can't pay the bill.
They don't do-
How long
No,
they started
that's
that?
Now, if you get traffic tickets and stuff like that, then you
Yeah.
can pay.
Yeah,
but
but-
if it's anything, did they put any kind of criminal charge on you?
Criminal charges, yes.
That would
Well, so they
had to
said
happen
resisting-
if you stayed
yeah,
the night
they
at
said
the workhouse.
So
resisting
it was
arrest
resisting.
Right.
by eluding disorderly
Okay.
persons. It was just madness.
Yeah.
So
So
right now I live in
you're-
Pennsylvania. I have a valid Pennsylvania driver's license, but in my purse I still have my old New Jersey license. It's clearly old. It has a hole poked in it. It's from like 2017. So
Okay.
it's clearly old.
Right.
And what this cop does is writes me about 10 tickets for my New Jersey license while he's looking at
outta
my
here.
PA
10?
license.
Get outta here.
10 for a expired license. Clearly it's expired. It has a hole in it. It's no longer valid.
Wow.
What did he say? No insurance. I showed him my insurance at the station. He still wrote me a ticket for no insurance.
And
I'm
you
like,
have insurance.
I have
Look at-
insurance. Wrote me a ticket for non-registered vehicles. They said my plates were fictitious. Now you just trying to rack up charges on me
Yeah.
because you know what you did was wrong.
Right.
So you want me to look like the bad guy.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Sad.
Wow, I'm sorry you went through that.
Oh, thank
Honestly,
you.
they sound like a gang to me.
They are
Right.
gang.
That is. It sounds like a gang, and it sounds like that men jumped you.
Come on here. It's crazy. While I was in the precinct, the officer who started it all actually apologized to me.
Wow.
And I'm like, there's no need to apologize.
Wow.
I'm still going to, go forward with my suit.
Yes.
He's like,
Right.
well, here's the, you're going to sue, so here's the complaint letter. Okay. And then he's like, well, why did you, keep going? I said, because I didn't feel safe. He's like, well, all officers are not like what you see on TV. I said,
Well-
sir, you look exactly like what I see on TV.
I know
Why did you
that's
have your
right.
gun pointed at me?
Yes.
He's quiet. He didn't have anything to say. And so before I went to the workhouse, he was like, well, it's not up to us. I have to send this to Trenton, and the administrator will either let you go home or she'll send you to the workhouse.
Yeah.
And I'm really going to fight for you to go home. I really want you to go home. I know it was a misunderstanding.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, really? You doing me
Yeah.
a favor?
You're right. You're doing me a
Right.
favor.
I think
You doing me a
sometimes they're
favor?
like so much into their anger, they don't even realize like that they're. I mean, I think it's like possessed. At the time,
Was
because they have to have some type of morality. I mean, it's no way that you're not human. You don't
Yeah,
say,
but-
I wouldn't want anyone to treat my wife or my daughter that way.
Yeah, but
Right.
they say that, but when they see us, it's a total different thing. It's
But
and
a
that-
woman-
it goes, yeah, but even a black woman, it goes back centuries.
Yeah,
You
I
understand what I'm
that.
saying? Like, so
But she looks so harmless.
know.
Look at her.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
why
she
would-
she do look hard, like
I mean,
but they see her, it's a threat.
And
She's
she
a
really
threat.
is harmless, not looks. So I
Right.
know,
Well,
I know
thank you.
Precious. Precious is very harmless.
So was that your
Very
first
sweet.
time,
With
Very
the next,
sweet.
yeah.
like going to the workhouse and all that?
Really?
Wow.
And see
It
that
was
that
crazy.
you got to get that record
goodness.
erased.
You
Well,
You got it
right.
with the suit and stuff
Right,
like that.
right.
Like, come on, like
Well,
That's
as long as
something
she ain't,
you're gonna
she
have
ain't
to fight for
she
all
not
of
convicted
that.
or nothing
Right.
yet.
no,
so
but still, even even then, still and all, that have to be part of the suit.
This
Like,
is
I
the
can't-
time
you gotta
where
get this
everyone
off.
needs to rally behind you and be in court with you. I'll
Right.
come.
Thank you.
I'm coming.
Can we give
Actually,
a
I'll
give a
be
big
there. I'm
shout out to
coming.
Precious for her
Yes,
strength?
Yes, yes. Big shout out.
but like to elaborate on what you asked, books in 2000 and
Go ahead, King.
and 17, I think they started the January 1st, 2017, if I remember
yeah.
correctly. They started a new bail law in Trenton. So like before, if you get locked up,
Yeah.
in whatever charge you was charged with, they got bails, and then you
Right.
can just pay whatever the bail is and come home. That's
But
that's
after
not
that,
the
that's
case
it.
no more.
Right.
So now what happens is if you get locked up now, right?
You gotta see a
You
judge
go.
first.
You automatically have to go probably to the workhouse, right? And you're gonna see a judge. If you're lucky, probably the next day. But I've heard some of my friends.
If you get
that I
locked up
know you
on a
might-
Friday night,
Yeah.
you the weekend.
Well, that's always been the case anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
But now you might see the judge the next day. It might take 2 or 3 days. One of my homeboys told me he recently got jammed up, and it took him like 4 days to see a judge.
Wow.
Or whatever. But when you go in front of the judge, they score you. It's based on a point system now.
Okay.
So they take into account your record.
Uh-huh.
If you're currently out on bail,
Mm-hmm.
the nature of the current charge, and they give you a score you a certain amount of points.
Mm-hmm.
Based on how many points you got, they make a recommendation to detain you pending trial,
Okay.
or to let you go.
Word.
So obviously, if you get charged with murder, you're not coming home.
No, absolutely
You're
no.
just sitting. You know what I'm saying? But depending on what it is, or what I mean, that's how
Alright.
it goes. So the reason I'm a fan of the bail law. I'm gonna tell you why. And Chris, this is one of the few things that I agree with the former governor Chris Christie about. He's the one that put that in place. They got tired of, it was unfair of years ago, 3 years ago, if at the very least, it was people incarcerated that could not afford to pay bail, that was locked up for petty crimes. But then you might get somebody that's locked up for some real serious shit, right? But he got money, so he bail out.
Yeah,
How is that fair?
it ain't.
I might have shot and killed somebody, but I got money, so I can bail out. But this person here, he got on some bullshit. He probably stole a pack of gum out the store, but he don't got no money, so he got to sit there. And they were overcrowding the jail, so that's the reason why they came up with this system now.
So is that how you went to see the judge and they released you, or how
Yeah.
did that go?
I saw the judge, and he's like, well, you don't have any criminal record, or so we're going to release you on your own recognizance. Just don't get in any trouble. Wait for trial. Okay.
Right.
It's weird.
Yeah. So how's everyone been treating you? Like, how's everything been? Have you been like seeing people out and they, they're giving you their like condolences for the situation and being sympathetic is my word.
Condolences.
A lot of
right.
A lot of people have been really
Sympathetic.
sympathetic. A lot of people have been
Well, condolences to their pockets.
right. Hello.
Get 'em.
I'm going to try. I've been, reaching out to lawyers.
Okay.
Civil lawyers, criminal defense lawyers, because I need that.
Well, good luck with
Reached
that.
out to news stations, everything.
Luck,
Like
yeah.
my goal, if I get some money, cool, that's a plus. But I feel like they need to be made an example of.
Yes, I agree.
Somebody needs to lose their pension. Somebody needs to lose their job, because there's no reason why any police officer should feel the need to just pull their gun out on a civilian. Like, you're here to protect and serve me, not the other way around. I don't care if I drove 5 miles while you had your lights on. You still come and you say, hey, why didn't you stop? Did you see my lights back there? It shouldn't automatically be, let me draw my gun.
I have to ask you this. Like I said, we keep it real here on the show. So it was some people that, when they seen your post, I'm looking at the comments, and then your post became like the talk of the town. People talking about it at the jobs or whatever the case may be. So this is a question somebody's may be watching right now, and I understand what you said. You already explained why you didn't stop. But do you know that legally, anyway, you have to stop, even if you fear of what may happen to you, if something may happen to you? Once they flash their lights, by law, you are required to stop. And by you not stopping, you are in violation of the law. According to them, I'm on your side, but I'm just giving you the other side.
That's
you
the
know
law.
what I mean?
That's
That's
the
the
law.
law.
So is the law to stop in a safe place, to pull over in a safe spot?
Yes.
Right. So it's going to be if I feel safe,
Correct.
not if you feel safe.
I
So
agree with
that's-
you.
Right. So my thing is, if that was not a safe spot to pull over to
Right.
me,
Right.
I'm not
Yeah.
stopping.
Right. And I think you have a valid argument.
girl.
But I'm just asking you that question,
Right, for the people
Yeah.
who's asking, and
Right.
I agree, and that's exactly why I called their boys. I'm gonna call 911 and let you know, I'm not
Call their
alluding.
boys.
I called their boys. I'm not alluding. I do not feel safe.
Yes.
And the dispatcher, they couldn't even tell me that someone was
Right.
following me at the time. He's like, well, we don't see anyone in pursuit of you. I'm like, I see it, but I just don't feel safe stopping. I don't know what to do.
Right.
So
And that was at the time, but then they eventually said, "Oh, we do see that there's troopers following you."
Yeah, yeah.
So you didn't see it when I called, when I needed you,
Right.
But when they called
Initially,
for
they did.
backup,
right.
you see it,
And so
because that's what it sounds
right now, that was the reason for me calling them anyway, because I don't
Yeah.
want anybody to think I'm alluding. I just want you to know, if you can get in touch with your boys and let them know, you're in pursuit of a black Nissan. She's on the line with us. She doesn't feel safe. She's going to pull over here. You know what I'm saying? Anything. But yeah, to
Right.
answer your question, that's how I feel about
And
that.
so they never checked the dispatch, the
911 call?
recording, the 911 call.
They did.
You know.
So one of the police officers got hurt while my car was dragging all of us.
Wow.
He had to go to the hospital for stitches.
okay.
And so at one point they're like, well, this is another charge that we're going to charge you with because the police
my
officer
gosh.
got hurt.
I was
said, well,
wondering that.
Yeah, I said, well, that's not my fault. He pulled me
right.
out of my car that was still in drive. So after they were like, well, we're going to review the tapes. We're going to like get the 911 call recording. They did, and they're like, oh, well, we're not going to charge you with that. Yeah, because you can't.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. We got you. You know, you got our full support.
Well,
Yes.
thank you.
You know what I
I
mean?
appreciate it.
As this
Yes, you
thing
do.
keeps going through the motions in the
Mm-hmm.
process, if you need to come back here for anything, if you want,
I appreciate
you
it.
know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I'm one phone call away. Aside from that, we're gonna switch tones here because
Okay.
I seen that you got a business.
I do.
Talk about that.
So a lot of people who know me, you guys know that I've been doing hair since forever. Recently, I've been doing hair from my home. I started my own business. I officially got an LLC back in August. So my business name is A Miracle Braids LLC, and I just acquired a suite to do hair from. So I will no longer be doing hair in my home. I will be doing hair in Trenton. The address is 260 North Clinton. The grand opening is October 4th. There are other entrepreneurs in the building, so if anybody wants to come out just to support me, all the other entrepreneurs, there is
And that's at Much Better Sweets, right?
Much Better Sweets. Yes.
Shout
So
out to
there's
Quay.
shout out to Quay for giving entrepreneurs,
Yeah.
a platform to stand on. There will be an eyebrow artist there, a girl who does lashes, and she also does like teeth whitening. There is a personal trainer who's going to be in the building. So if any ladies, gentlemen want to get right, get healthy, he'll be there. And there's also a woman doing Forex. But I think she's going to be doing Yanni steam as well. So
Okay.
yeah, it's going to be like a one-stop
so it's
shop.
going to be, a lot going on.
Yeah, but I do hair, I braid.
Why your face look like that? Why you scrunching up your
What
face
you mean?
like that?
No, I'm looking at Kev. Me and Kev on the same page. Why you cutting Precious
What-
off?
what
Go ahead,
page y'all
Precious.
on?
I
What
want to
y'all
know
talking
which
about?
y'all,
Go ahead,
yeah,
Precious.
what was,
Hey.
what
Okay,
was
so
it?
since we all here, give me some more of that.
Hey, DJ
no.
Books.
What up?
Aside from this serious conversation,
What's up, King?
I was checking out Precious Instagram, right?
Uh-huh.
Precious kind of bad, man.
It's kind of bad with her hair. We're doing her hair.
Nah,
You know what? I just want to say right here, because I was looking at her hair. I was not staring, but I was looking at it.
Oh, you like this?
Yes.
Thank you.
Love the hair.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Queen.
I be trying sometimes.
You did it. You don't have to try. You did it. You did it. Don't be embarrassed
don't
over
give me
here.
my
Just
little
'cause-
in front of the world.
So-
yeah, that is one little sexy chocolate thing.
So this we gonna so I got a question
She's
real
always
fast
been
for
that
you.
way.
I got a question for you, Precious. So in the climate of what's going on with the George Floyd thing and everybody who because it's what I'm gonna do Diablo, which was I'm not gonna ask you your age, but that was like 25 years ago when they shot him on his porch in New
I
York.
remember.
You know what I'm saying? So in the
Shot
climate
who?
of I'm gonna do Diablo.
Oh, okay.
So
oh,
in the
Over his
climate of
wallet.
everything that's going on and what happened to you, do you think that there will be a change with everything that's going on in Oregon and all other states? Like, what do you think about that?
I really feel really deeply about this because there needs to be a change. I pray that there is going to be a change. I think the only difference now is everything is being recorded. A lot of times things will happen and nobody knew it, but now there's light shed on it across the nations, and it's not just the United States; it's all countries
Yeah.
that are showing up, showing out. I want to just piggyback on something Mr. Bobbitt said because I think he was absolutely right about it. We all got to stick together and come together to make the change happen, and we also need to vote.
Amen.
Because it's not. We need to vote in the upcoming election, but
You
we
registered
also.
to vote?
I'm registered.
That's right.
Yes.
We all
Your
registered to
comments
vote,
are
I agree,
we
right?
see all you guys' comments.
We
We
all
love.
registered.
We really love feedback. Thank you so
Shout out
much
to Elder
to everyone that's
Tasha Boyd.
Big shout out to
yeah,
everybody
thank
who
you,
tuning in.
everyone.
Shout out to everybody. Hey sis, I see you.
Hey, listen, y'all. So we once again make sure y'all, if y'all haven't seen her story, go on her Facebook page, check her story out. Share it, like it, comment, elaborate. If y'all watching this show right now, Please share it. We appreciate all your support. I got something I want to say. Hey, Books, can I have the last few minutes? I told y'all I wanted to do my thing.
You got it.
All right. Listen.
But wait, before you say what you got to say, can we just give a shout out to our guest, Precious, for coming through and telling her story?
Yes, thank you so much. Wait, before you say that
Go ahead.
too, one more thing, because I wasn't even done. A lot of us know to vote for the presidential election.
That's
Nobody knows that we should be voting every 2 years for Congress, the council people,
Oh, yes.
because
Yes, precious.
they are who makes the decisions. The presidents, they just get these letters and they sign off on it.
Yeah.
We got to keep an eye or keep track of who comes in Congress so that we can
Well, I
get
like
the
you.
right.
You got good head on your shoulder.
Yes, I do. So that we can get the right laws passed. Because these presidents, they don't run anything. The Congress does, the Senate does, and we have to vote for them. So every 2 years,
You
we
know
got
a
to get
little-
out there and vote.
Vote,
and that's
vote,
it.
vote,
You-
vote.
you know a
That's
little bit.
right.
I know a little bit. I be
That's right.
studying up.
Okay. Shout out to Precious,
Okay,
y'all.
thank you
Shout
guys.
So, Kev, what's up, Kev? What's up, King? What you got? Let the people know.
All right, listen. I told everybody to stay in to the last few minutes of my live. I wanted
Our live.
this to our live. That's right.
Let 'em know.
I wanted to sound off on something, right? Nobody's perfect in this world,
Oh, what is this about?
right? DJ Books,
Yes.
we all imperfect. We all have
Absolutely.
had our ups and downs in life.
Absolutely.
Oh, see,
Right?
I wasn't prepped for this. What's
Absolutely.
You
going
feel what I'm
on?
saying?
Let him speak.
You
Let
know,
him speak.
some people have had setbacks in their life and then
Yes.
they bounce back or whatever the case may be.
No doubt.
Some people have been in tumultuous relationships or whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everybody has had our past. So I was at Cigar Sundays the other day, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm talking to somebody, and as I'm talking to them, they were standing next to somebody that knows me but is not necessarily a fan of me.
Uh-oh.
I walked away. I came back minutes later. They told me what that person said. The person don't know me, by the way. The one who said what they said, they don't know me.
Okay.
But they told our mutual friend some very hating, bad things about
What
me.
they say
or
about
whatever
the
the case
kid?
may be. So,
What they say about the hoes?
See?
so this is not. This is not the first time this happened to
The
me.
number
But
one
Yeah.
host.
Yeah,
Wait.
what they said
Wait,
about you.
just hold that thought 1 second. This is what I want to say. Everybody that's tuning in, that's from the city, just so when you talk about somebody, Trenton is 1 degree of separation.
Yes, it is.
When you know one person, that one person know somebody else. That's everybody else in the city. So you gotta watch what you say, who you say it to, because you might think that person don't know the person you talking to, and that probably is their sister, their aunt, their uncle, their cousin, their brother. So go ahead, brother.
all right. So after they said what they said, I spent off. I came back. They told me what they said, and I laughed at it. So it was funny to me because the person would never tell me this, like tell me. They only would like talk to third parties and be in a little group chats or whatever. I've been dealing with this for years, so it don't really bother me. But what I want to say to all you haters out there.
Yes.
Y'all done got my boy started.
Oh.
Anybody that don't like me,
Let it out.
right? First of all, I never did nothing to nobody, but a bunch of people always got something to say. Y'all tell certain girls, "Oh, why you deal with Kev? Why you hang with Kev? He this, he that, he
Oh,
corny,
shit.
or his ex-girlfriend, he did that, or he was under the porch with it." Y'all can't listen. Let me tell y'all
Did you
something.
say
man.
under the porch?
Yeah, you remember that dumbass rumor that they had 5 years ago?
said under
You
the
feel me?
porch.
Listen, let me tell y'all something.
Y'all done got him
Y'all
started.
can't stop nothing.
Okay.
Ooh.
You feel what I'm saying? Like I came back,
Tell
I
'em,
bounced
Kev.
back, I do what I think, I do my thing. You know what I
That's
mean?
right.
I'm a single, successful young brother in the city. Y'all need to put some respect on my name.
Put some respect
I put
on
the
that
city on my back. I do a lot for the city. I'm one of the most hot. I am the hottest party promoter in the city of Trenton. You feel what I'm saying? That's my step. That's facts. You feel what I'm saying? I am the hottest party promoter in the
Y'all
city
done
of
made
Trenton.
Kev
You
go
feel what I'm
off.
saying?
I like
We
the
got the
applause.
own podcast. You know what I mean? I do a lot. I deal with other people. I got hella business
Successful
connections
friends.
with other people in other cities. I'm just tired of the disrespect from certain people, man. You know what I mean? I think they mad because, you know what I mean, their girlfriends
Why
might
you
like
think
me.
they call you corny
You
though?
feel what I'm
Like,
saying?
why you think?
I don't know,
Why
but
do you
listen.
think people call you corny?
But listen, we're going to get on that. People need to...
Oh, who said that he was
Listen.
corny?
Hey, Books.
He ain't corny.
That's, exactly. We need to get to the real definition of corny.
'Cause look, let me tell you
No,
something.
you said something to me the other day.
Right.
You said you.
People used to call me
the
corny.
reason why
Right.
because you
We
not.
need, right.
I'm
but
far
listen,
from corny.
But now we're going to get on that. I see people call people corny, right?
Yeah.
They might sell a little drugs, got a couple dollars, right? But guess what? They might be deadbeat dads. You feel what I'm
Okay.
saying? First of all, I don't care how much money you got.
Word.
If you don't take
care of your babies, you
corny.
don't take it. Get out. Don't even come to me.
Right,
Don't
right.
even
You
say
feel what I'm
nothing to me.
saying?
My
Right.
daughter upstairs. My other daughter getting her hair done when she ain't gonna be here when the show, but she getting dropped off
I know
after the
that's
show.
right.
She getting her hair done.
Right.
Like I said, my daughter upstairs. So take care of the baby.
Right. So hold on, let me finish though.
Go ahead, King.
So you might don't take care of your kids. You might lie on people. You might be a snitch. You might be a undercover brother. You feel me? You might be all these type of things.
Undercover
But
brother.
you feel what I'm saying? But listen to what I'm
Y'all
saying.
might be undercover brothers out here.
Hey, DJ Books.
Y'all better
Hey.
not be.
What up?
DJ Books.
Yo.
I'm a young
Y'all
brother.
better stop
Yes.
playing with
I'm
kids.
30. I'm 33 years old.
Yes.
I look good.
I
got money.
Kev, how much
I
you
can't
make
say
a
nothing
party
about you looking
bed?
good, but you all right.
I got.
Kev, how much you bust down on that party
hold
bag?
on, hold on, real quick. I got money in my bank account.
do?
Yes.
I got a job.
Yes.
I take care of myself.
Yes.
What the fuck is corny about that?
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Oh my
I'm
God.
just, you know what I mean? It don't.
Y'all done got Kev started.
Y'all people is killing me. And then some of the people that say this stuff, like for example, I heard some people say that, oh Kev, this, that, and the third. Tell me this to my face. Nobody would ever tell me that they go, you know
Tell
what I
them to
mean?
tell you at your parties,
Yeah.
because everybody be there.
Yeah, and everybody coming to the parties. Like, hey, DJ Books,
Yo.
you was at quarantine release party.
Tell them to walk
I
How
was
was it?
there
I'm
to
not,
support you.
I'm gonna let him.
To support
how
you.
was what was the crowd like? How was it?
It was it was off the hook. It was smacked up. I
It
was
was.
scared. Me and Barclay,
I
we
ain't
had
all
our
the
masks
security.
on. We
I
didn't
ain't
want to
had
get
security for that
COVID. The
thing.
parking lot was off the hook. You know what?
Period.
I'm gonna tell you something. Look, I'm gonna be 100. The nigga cost something. Look, it is what it is.
Kev got
And you
that
know what?
off.
I ain't
not
gonna
even
go out.
lie. Let
I'm
me
not gonna
tell
go
you.
there. But let me tell you something.
He got that off.
It was smacked up. It was smacked
And
up.
shout out
It
to
was a
Pretty
lot of
Tsunami,
people
'cause she
there.
had a hand in
You know
that.
why?
Pretty
Kev got that
Pretty
off?
Tsunami was there. Big shout out to
And
who
I
was
was
who
the
was the other
host.
DJ? They had
Thank
Bake DJ Bake and who else was there?
DJ Bake, DJ West Will.
And West Will was there. You know, so you had it. It was you know, whatever you touch is gold.
That's what we do.
Platinum.
Everything
You know what I
I
mean?
touch. That
So
wasn't.
that's why
you feel
I-
me?
so, you
Dom,
know-
no Dom, a part of the whole movement.
That's
man.
why I
Everything we
brought you
touch is
on the
gold.
team. That's
Don't
why I
play
brought
with
you on my
me.
team to do this right here. For real.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I know what it is and I see what it is. But fuck the haters.
Fuck them. But hey, listen. All jokes aside, though, I just wanted to say that I wanted to vent a little bit because people be saying stuff. I see people; they always got something to say. But y'all standing in line, it's cold outside, y'all waiting to get in the party, it be $50, $60 at the door. Y'all be really paying that
But
though
wait.
to get in. I appreciate it.
Wait.
You feel what I'm saying?
Let me ask you though.
But at the end of
Because
the
hold up.
day,
Because I was
hold
hold
parties
up.
be lit
Well, hold
there.
up.
And they be lit.
Hold
The
up.
parties
I
be
was
lit.
The
Camp
Precious.
parties be lit.
You my witness, Precious. Hold up. I was drunk that night. It wasn't me, was it? Because I was drunk. Forgive me. If
How
it
she
was
your
me.
witness?
Was
She
it
was
me?
there?
If it was
No,
you,
she's
what?
the witness right near for me confessing if it was
you
me.
talking
It
about?
wasn't me, right?
What? You
I don't know.
what?
We
It
all
wasn't
was
me
drunk.
talking
We
about
all
you,
be
right?
drunk.
Oh hell no.
Oh, okay. Because I
Hell
love
no.
you.
Come on,
all be
Bucks.
drunk.
Because I love you. I
Nah,
love
it's
you.
just certain guys, you know what I mean? They always got something to say, or whatever the case may be, and then they talk to the females or whatever the case may be.
So-
But they asked, hey, listen, I lied to you not. My masquerade party that I did last Halloween, right?
Yeah.
A dude came in my party. It's a true story. A dude came in my party. He must have threw a party 2 weeks before, and it didn't pop like that, right? And he told one of the girls that he wanted to come to his party. It's a mutual friend. People always come
Yeah,
back and
but-
tell, right?
yeah, I
so
know. I get
he
it. I
told
know
her,
what
"Oh,
it
you
is.
could come to Kev shit, but you couldn't come to my shit." Swear to God, it's a true
Hater.
story. You feel-
Hating
You know what I'm
ass.
saying?
Well, that's some shit you don't even gotta swear to God about. Don't you know what I'm saying?
Keep my name out y'all mouth, man. It ain't my fault. Your
Everybody
lady
knows
like me, man.
how these they be.
This the rant right here.
They
So
be
you
sweet.
you got that
But,
rant right there.
so,
You got
yeah.
that
Niggas
rant
don't
right
even
there.
got
Change the
$100,
subject.
$1,000, and be always got something
All
to
right,
say.
Kev.
So what's
How-
up, Dom?
the
What's
party,
up, Dom?
How'd you feel about the party? Because I wanted to say, like, Kev got that off. He like slid in and slid out.
You was
There
there?
was no more party. Yeah, was I there?
I mean, I don't know.
Don was one of the hosts.
Let me tell you something. I bring the people out.
Oh, you be bringing them out?
Yeah, they come see me.
Okay,
Let me just say
Dom.
this real
They
quick.
gonna see
Go
me.
ahead.
I said,
Yeah.
like Dom said, my parties be lit. I'm the hottest party promoter in the
And
city
he
of
know it.
Trenton, but I do
know
not
how
do
to
this
work
all
it.
by myself. I do have a team.
You got a team.
I want to shout out Dom, my co-host.
ahead.
Dom is one of my hosts for all of my parties. I want to shout out to K McQueen. I want to shout out to Dawn Daniels. I want to shout out to Pretty
the whole
Tsunami.
team.
You feel what I'm saying?
The people that
Tsunami.
collect the money, the people, everybody. It's the whole
Shout out to
team, man.
Janae, my
Even
cousin
behind the
Shaquanda.
scenes.
Yeah, it's a lot. I got a team. All
Yeah.
females mostly.
My makeup artists,
and they all bad.
people that run to the mall
That's
for
why
me
they-
to pick
females,
up my
right?
stuff.
That's why they hate me. But
Everything. Like, it's
before
a process.
Before we get out of here, let's put Precious on there. Precious, you got anybody you want to shout out? Anybody you want to, give a salute to who was, supporting you and still support you and promote your business? What's up?
Yeah, well, I really just want to give a shout out to everybody, all my family. You're my number one supporters. I have one client who she's like a mother. She's going hard. She's going hard for this whole thing. She's like reaching out to news people, lawyers for me. I also want to give a shout out all my friends, everybody. I love y'all. Thank you so much for your support and for everybody who has questions. If you got questions, reach out to me. I can let you know if need be. Again, go vote, y'all.
Big shout out to Asia
Go
Monet.
vote.
I know Asia Monet got your back. Big shout out to Asia Monet. We're
Shout
gonna
out.
send her some claps.
shout out
This
that.
Myasia Wilson. Hold on 1 second. I gotta get this out real quick.
ahead.
Myasia Wilson. We the video. This is a podcast and we talk about a lot of different things and we were very serious and we meant everything we said prior, but we do have to lighten it up a little bit. We don't want to put too much on Precious.
What she say?
She wanted us to stay on topic,
Yeah,
but
but we don't want to. We're on topic. We're actually
Well,
on
That's
topic.
my sister.
Yeah, we let
Yeah,
Precious
we
tell her
understand.
story.
Yeah,
She
we
told
let
her
Precious
story,
tell her story, and
we
are
we got
100%
your back.
behind her.
Yes, we got
are.
your back.
And
You
if
better believe that.
Yes,
Thank
and the
you.
parts that she'll need for court, she can. You guys can cut off the ending of the video. I'm sorry about that, but okay. We
Yes.
couldn't keep the whole podcast.
Yeah, we don't want to keep the whole podcast all serious. We got to lighten the mood.
Yeah, and I'm sure it was very honestly. I know that was very, very, very trying, very touchy. I know I'm not sure. Precious, we don't know what she goes through at night. We don't know if she sleeps. We don't know what she's
Barely.
going through. She has children, and they're black, so we don't know how she feels. So at the end of the day, we do have to lighten it up for her.
Speaking
and
of speaking of
we are
lighting,
so glad we made you laugh.
So you must know
Thank
Precious
you.
like that.
Because-
You gonna say her kids are black?
I
Yes.
mean, she's a black woman. If you, I
She
don't
might-
care.
well,
A
she
black
might, you
woman
know.
has black children. I don't care what they mix.
So let me
with.
tell you
They're
something. So
black.
if a black woman have kids with a white man, what the children are what?
Black.
All right.
Hey, DJ Books, I just want to let them know. Every Tuesday we here 7 p.m. Next week we got Jazzy Mackay. She gonna be our guest on the show. The week after that, Pretty Tsunami. She gonna be in the
Jazzy,
building.
She's so pretty.
We're gonna have
So-
Pretty Tsunami in the building.
Next 2 weeks we got some great shows coming up for y'all. We
No
got,
more Patron at the table.
Who said that? Who said
My
that?
sister.
Who said that? Well,
My
wait, the
sister.
Patron don't have nothing to do
It
with
don't
what we
got
doing.
nothing to do with it.
This is the number one host.
Yes, and Dom D'Amelia. I
And
got something
company.
coming up for y'all, but I'm not going. Yeah.
we got a lot of
I'll wait.
Some
I'll
of
wait,
our
but
upcoming-
I got something coming for y'all.
some of our upcoming shows. We gonna get into a lot of spicy topics. Like we gonna be talking about sex,
Sex.
heavy. Like
We gonna have somebody come on here with their sex toys and stuff like that.
I
We
won't
gonna,
be here.
you
I
know,
won't be here.
We gonna be talking about.
I think when Pretty Tsunami come on, she said she wanted to talk about sex. So
pretty. Oh.
You know what?
All right.
I know her father. I went to school with her father. MD Campbell, that's my man. Big shout out to MD. Salute to
Well,
him. Big
and-
shout out to
and we
everybody who
also-
tuned
I
in
know-
tonight. We about to sign off.
About to say,
What y'all got to
it's
say
already-
before we
gonna
go?
have to start doing an hour and a half, guys. Maybe we'll do an extra. half
We'll
an
talk
hour.
about that off camera. We'll talk about it off
Because I know
camera.
y'all gonna miss us. Y'all can't. I know. Y'all
Share this
not-
live, y'all. We
next
appreciate it.
Tuesday. It's all the way till next Tuesday.
Big shout out to everybody who tuned in tonight. What y'all got to say before we go? It's over.
Shout out to you, Books. Oh, I want to say shout out to Tamika Horn.
Tamika Horn,
She
yes,
said-
yes.
shout out to
Tamika
me.
Horn.
Shout
You know
out
what?
to Meek with that fatty.
Hold on. Let me show
She
them
was
real
in here,
fast before we get
yes,
out of here
please
what
show
Tamika
'em.
Horn did because we had the camera and
Tamika
angles on
Horn
static.
does-
So let me show them what
Tamika
Tamika
Horn
did.
what?
She did a good job.
Why you smiling like that? Ooh, man. Listen, don't fucking play, cause
Nah, you tripping.
no, you tripping. Don't Trey Shell. I don't know why he smiling like that, Trey.
See, Dom on some bullshit. Yo. Don't listen to him.
You know what? I know because
Ooh, listen, she's a married woman.
Tamika is a married woman.
Yes, and I love it.
That's the homie anyway.
Yeah, nah, we playing.
We just playing, y'all.
See how she got
We
it?
just joking. Look,
how
wait,
she
no,
got it?
show mine, cause she did mine so cute,
See
and
how
I
she got
love
All right,
it.
I'm about to show them right now so they can see.
Look,
They
guys.
can see the whole thing.
It's so dope, right? Tamika did this, and when I got here, it was already done and everything. So it's so cute. It was Kev's idea to have her come out, and thank you, Kev, because she did such a good job. She got my little pens, my little, my notebook, everything. Thank you, Meek. It's so cute. I love it.
All right, we done. We about to sign off. All right, let's get it done.
All right, y'all. So we about to sign off. Thank you, Precious, so
You're
much
welcome.
for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. And you can come back.
I will.
And matter of fact, shout out what you're doing. What is it? Is it in 2 weeks? Because I'm coming.
Yes,
I'll be
it's in
there.
2
You guys
weeks.
have tickets and
Yes.
everything.
Tickets on sale online. The event is in 2 weeks, October 4th from
You
2
wanna go?
p.m. to 6 p.m.
So
You
me and
coming?
Kev, yeah, we'll be there. Definitely.
Yay.
Definitely.
All right, Dom, sign us off, Dom.
All right, guys. So we're out. We'll see you next Tuesday. Thank you for tuning in to our podcast. We really, really, really appreciate all the love and all the feedback that we've been getting so far. We really appreciate it. And next Tuesday. Mwah. Bye.